Okay, so welcome everybody. I am Professor Dave Parsons, and I wanted to take a moment to get you started on the second bimester of Culture and Literature and the project that we're going to be working on. Okay, so I wanted to go through this real quick, explain to you what you're going to be doing. These directions that I have on screen are posted on Ava. You can get on there and see these directions and follow through with it. But this activity is pretty simple. What it says right up here at the beginning in the activity, that we are going to select and analyze one of each of the items from this list down here that has influenced English culture. And we're going to develop an understanding of the significance within an English-speaking community. Okay, so our topics are this: painting, songs, sculptures, cultural icons, famous people, and place. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is you're going to do research on one painting, one song, one sculpture, one icon, one person, and one place. And you're going to be doing those each week, just like we did in the first bimester. We have weekly activities that we're going to do for this Tarea, for this project. Okay, so the number one thing I want you to remember is that we need to connect it to English culture and English-speaking communities. Okay, so there might be something that is really famous or relevant in another culture, and that's great, but we're not going to use it for this particular project. We want to make sure that it's related to English culture. So what I want to show you then real quickly is what the main part of our activity looks like. Okay, so what we're going to do is each week we're going to be looking up the information, and let's see if I can get this to move up. Okay, for our weekly activities, you're going to present one item each week during our weekly forums. You're going to present all of the information that you need for each item during that forum. Okay, and again, I'll show you down below what the criteria for each thing is. But so this first week basically is you doing research. You're going to get on the internet and you're going to look around and see what song you want, what painting you want. I've got a couple of documents that I've posted to Ava that has I don't know, 20 or 30 or 40 of the most famous paintings. There's a list in there, I think, of the top 50 or 100 songs, English songs. So you can look in Ava and you'll see some of the documents that I've put there that'll help maybe give you some ideas. And I'll try to post more things as we go along, but I just want to make sure to explain this first, get you started. So here it is. Second week is our first academic forum. Our first forum, and it's the academic one. This is the one that is graded, okay, the academic forum. And it says in an essay or paragraph form, you're going to discuss the 6 items that you chose. And you're going to tell me very briefly why you chose each item. For example, you might say, I'm going to use the Mona Lisa as my painting. It's the most famous painting in the world, and it's certainly one of the most valuable. It's worth a lot of money. You might say, I'm going to use Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen for this reason, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So you're going to tell me in the academic forum, in the first forum, you're going to tell me which 6 items you selected. All right? Now, so we get to week 3, which is our second weekly activity. Now, in this activity, you're going to pick one of these. Let's just say you decide that you want to use a place. Okay? Maybe it is the let's see, the White House in Washington, D.C., which is the Capitol building for the United States. It's a very famous place. You might want to use even the Roman Colosseum or something from the Roman or Greek era, because from there we get a lot of our Western culture. That's where it comes from. You might choose another famous place like the Grand Canyon in the United States. It's one of the great places in the world, natural places in the world. So again, the key, whatever place you choose to use, we've got to be able to connect it back to English culture, though. So the Grand Canyon is a pretty cool place, but I'm not sure how somebody could connect it to English culture. So we're going to have to think hard about what we use. But so that first week, week 3, in our second weekly forum, you're going to post all of the information for one of these things. So for example, you decide to use place. In in week 4, for that weekly form, maybe you want to do a song, and you want to use a Michael Jackson song, Thriller, one of the really, really famous songs by Michael Jackson. The next week, you're going to do a cultural icon, which I'll talk more about those in a minute. But an icon is a symbol that represents something, and I'll get there in a few minutes. So each week, on week 3 through week 8, you're going to be doing one of these tasks, okay? So we have 6 forums, weekly forums, and in each week you're going to do one item. So don't forget, once you've done a painting, once you've discussed it, you don't need to do another one. You're only doing one painting. Once you've done a song, you don't need to do another song. You're just going to do that one. So if you get confused by that or you're uncertain, please let me know, because I want to make sure you're going to do one painting, one song, one sculpture, one icon, one person, and one place. Okay? So that's kind of what our weekly forums look like. At the end of this, at week 8, when we get down to the time, we're going to submit all of these things. There's 2 things you're going to do. You're going to pick your 6 items and all of the information that you presented in the weekly forum, and you're going to put them together in a single document, and you're going to submit that as your Tarea project. Okay, we'll see that in a second. All right, gather all the tasks that we did, put them into a document, which will be a Word file. Make sure that you include any pictures, lyrics, links to videos, anything that you can find from YouTube or from other websites, any pictures or whatever. Obviously, if you're talking about a painting, you need to have a picture of your painting. If you're talking about the song, you need to have a link to a video of that song. If you're talking about a place, we need to see a picture of the place. Okay, so people in this task, they have a lot of fun with it. They find lots of interesting pictures, lots of interesting videos. So have fun with that. Don't just get stuck on one picture or one video. Go find out everything you can find out about that item and put it into your document, okay, your weekly forums, and then into this part at the end. Now, make sure that you include everything that you need, including a title page with all 6 sections or all 6 items, and references. So wherever you gathered your data from, make sure you create a reference page, a bibliography, and you cite those sources so that we're doing things correctly. And you're going to submit this final project in the Tarea Bimester for the second Bimester on Ava. Okay? So let's go down here and look a little bit. When you decide you're going to do an art or painting, you're going to tell me some basic information. What is the name of the art? What time period was it created in? Was it in the 1400s? Was it in the 1800s? Was it in 2000? When was that art piece, that painting, created? What style of art? What style of painting? There's lots of different kinds of art, so we want to take a look at the style. You're going to do another biography of the painter. It's not going to be really long, but you're going to find out something about the painter. You're going to see that a lot of the most famous painters had some really serious issues in their life, from depression and suicide, drug problems, alcohol problems, all kinds of issues. So painters are very interesting people. So you're going to do a little biography about them. You're going to show a picture of the art piece, and you're going to ask, why is it famous? Why is this art famous? People ask all the time, why is the Mona Lisa worth so much money? We got to go find out. So whatever thing you're going to do, you're going to ask, why is it famous? What are the qualities of this art that makes it unique or interesting? When you look at a famous song, you're going to find out the name of the song, the time, year that it was created, when did it become popular. Some songs were written and performed, but they really didn't become popular until 10 years later or 20 years later. Who is the writer of the song? Who is the singer of the song? Often those are different. You're going to show the lyrics and then talk about the meaning of the song. Why is the song famous? How has it influenced English culture? And again, you're going to show the lyrics and the video of that song. You at least connect those into in your task. With sculptures, it's the same thing. The name of it, the creator, the time period, the purpose that it was created. Where is it now? Oftentimes things were made, for example, in Greece or in Rome, and then they got moved around depending on which country or which group maybe was dominating. The Ottomans, ruled for a while in that area. The Germans have been around, the English and the Spaniards, and lots of different groups. So where was it created, and then where is it now? So it might be in a museum, for example. When you get to cultural icons, an icon is a symbol. And so just an example, if I ask you to think about Superman, he's a superhero, but Superman has a logo on his chest, and it's got an S in the middle of it. You're familiar, you know what I'm talking about. There's an S in the middle of Superman's chest. Well, if I show you that logo, I don't even have to show you Superman, because the moment you see the logo, you know that it represents Superman. Same thing for Batman. What about McDonald's? What is McDonald's icon? What about Facebook or Twitter or Instagram? They have icons or symbols that represent something. And I want you to pick one. Okay? Preferably something that is very English. But you're going to pick an icon that has historical and English value, and you're going to tell me all about it. You're going to say the name of it, the time period it was created, what is the style, biography of the creator, show a picture of the art piece, why is it famous, etc. You're going to find out all the information you can about that icon. The same thing goes for a famous person in a famous place. You can look at the rest of these. So whenever you're doing one of them, make sure you come here and look at this and see what information you need for that item. Okay, so having said that, you can look through this set of descriptions or instructions here, and that should help you out. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with me, and I would be glad to help you in any way that I can. But have fun with it. In this case, you're not really writing essays or reports. You're doing research on a topic. My suggestion is do more, not less. Okay? You're going to enjoy it. And by the time we get done with it, you're going to have a deeper understanding of things that have influenced English culture. Okay? Again, that's it for now. If you have any questions, let me know. And have a great day.